Good morning, good morning. My name is Jerry, and welcome to Bread and Breath Devotional, a daily moment to slow down, breathe, and hear what God might be saying to us today. Let's feed our spirit before the world feeds us the flesh and the stress. So today's daily bread is titled, Fear Not, I Am With You, coming from the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verses 8 through 14. So we're here in this passage, and God is speaking directly to his people in a moment of fear, uncertainty, and pressure. And what he says then still speaks now. In verse 8 begins, it says, But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen. And before God gives instruction, he reminds them of their identity. You are mine. I chose you. And that matters because when life gets overwhelming, we can forget who we are and whose we are. But God starts by anchoring them. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You belong to me. Then in verse 9, he says, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. And that's comforting. Because sometimes when we go through hard seasons, we feel like God has stepped back. Like maybe we've been rejected or left alone. But God makes it clear, I haven't cast you away. Even when you feel distant, even when things don't make sense, God has not abandoned you. Then comes the command in verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. But notice this right here. God doesn't say there won't be reasons to fear. He says, don't let fear take over. Why? Because of his presence. He said, I am with thee. I am thy God. Your confidence is not in your situation. It's in who is with you in the situation. Then God gives a series of promises. He said, I will strengthen thee. So when you feel weak, God says, I will give you strength. Yea, I will help thee. When you feel overwhelmed, God says, I will step in. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. And when you feel like you're about to fall, God says, I will uphold you. That's powerful. That is powerful because sometimes we feel like we have to hold ourselves together. Like if we slip, everything falls apart. But God is saying, you're not holding yourself up. I am. Then in verse 11 and 12, God talks about the opposition they face. Those who were against them, striving with them, fighting them. And he says they will be brought to nothing. Not because the people were strong, but because God was fighting for them. And that's something we have to remember. Every battle you face is not yours alone. God sees it, God knows it, and God is able to handle it. Then in verse 13 it says, For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. This is personal, because God is not distant in this passage. He is close, holding your hand, speaking to you, reassuring you, like a father guiding a child through something uncertain. And then verse 14 says something that seemed strange at first. He said, Fear not, thou worm Jacob. Thou worm Jacob. W-O-R-M. Worm. Why would God say that? Not to insult them, but to remind them of their weakness compared to his strength. It's like God is saying, I know you feel small. I know you feel weak. I know you feel insignificant. but I'm still choosing to help you. And then he says, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer. That's the focus. Not your strength, not your ability, but his help. So what does this passage teach us, family? First, remember your identity. You belong to God. Second, God has not abandoned you, even if it feels that way. Third, don't let fear control you. God is with you. And lastly, your weakness is not a limitation for God. It's an opportunity for his power. So if you feel afraid today, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you're barely holding it together, hear God's voice. Fear not, I am with you. I would help you. I will uphold you and hold you up. You are not alone in this. And the same God who spoke to Israel is still speaking peace, strength, and help over you today. Bread and breath. If this blessed you, please like, share, subscribe, and share this with one person who needs peace today. Be blessed, family.